Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live stream Tuesday. I hope you guys had a good Monday and they had a good weekend as well. So, starting tonight with the live stream Gremlin report, as we have started to do quite regularly, thankfully, everything's been working up until now. So, we'll see what happens with the rest of the live stream. But what I have had to do over the last few days is try and sort out my sound because my UX2 stopped working, but then finally I figured out a way to get it working, and I mean it went all the way back to kind of going into the terminal of, you know, the Mac operating system, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, got it working. But then my sub, the left channel, wasn't working, and then trying to get that communicating with my reference speakers was a bit of a nightmare. So now what I have is, out of the front of my UX2, I have the headphone channel effectively coming out to my reference speakers, and I have the line actually analog out. So I've got one of them going to my sub. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter that I don't have the sub in stereo because it's, the sub, and I don't have, house shaking lows in this particular setup. As long as I get a little bit of bass, that's absolutely fine. But the good thing is that now that I've got them channeled separately, I can turn up the sub in relation to and independently of the reference speakers, which is quite good, because before, obviously, if I wanted to change the sub's volume, then I could do manually behind the sub. But now I can do it independently from where I sit, so I can be even more lazy. So it has improved things in that sense. But yeah, everything is working at the moment. Fingers crossed. And we'll see what happens with tonight's live stream. We seem to be working so far. Right, let me give you guys a shout out in the live chat room tonight. We have, Anna, Bob, Sue, Cindy, Joy, Bob, Angela, Joe, Tammy, Vera, Rita B, PM112, Anna, Howard, Debbie, Tammy, Paul, Joe, Kathy, Anna, Sue, Angela, Christian, Leslie, and that's gone through the top of the screen. So, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Let me get the names of my patrons up on screen, because they make this possible in the first place. So thank you guys, you know who you are, and regular viewers will know that their names go across the bottom of the screen throughout the streams on Saturdays and Tuesdays, 11 PM British summertime, which now, or soon, I think, is going to turn into, Greenwich Mean Time again. So anyway, I always say type in time in London, England, into Google, and then you'll find out what the time is here where I am. But anyway, yes, hello to you guys in the live chat room. Now, let's get the likes goal up on screen, because we are aiming for tonight 510 likes. So if you could hit that thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be very much appreciated. And I'm going to see if we can grab the likeometer and put that up on screen to see where we are at. So far, we have got to 254 likes. So, I was just about to say we are almost halfway, but now we've jumped over halfway. So I'm not exactly sure whether I'll be able to do the maths on this. Now, if we get maybe another one person, that'll be 40. So 240 more people is what I'm going to go with. Whether that's right or not, I don't know. But there we go. That's the maths over and done with for tonight's live stream, and got it out of the way nice and early. So, if you guys can hit the thumbs up, then we will have a fill jam at the end of the live stream, as we always do if we hit the lights goal. And that's going to be fill jam number 179. So, I think I read in a message recently from Joe that he might be at the end of his list. What he used to do was have a long list of backing tracks and just send me like 20 of them or something. Whereas then, I suppose, I don't know how long the list is. So when Joe just sends me kind of each individual track for each individual live stream, I don't know where we are in the list, but I probably prefer it that way. Just getting one at a time rather than having to look through a list and try and remember which one we got to, because it's all a bit confusing. So yeah, it's probably better as it works now. So thank you for that, Joe, for just sending them just before or during the live stream. I always look, and having said that, I haven't even got to the message. So let me click over here and here, and there we go. Yeah, so Joe has messaged in the Patreon inbox is Joe's message there, and it is number 179. So yeah, we'll bust out the guitar and see what happens later, and hopefully the sound will be okay, because now I'm doing it differently, but we'll just have to see how we get on. So I also say throughout the live streams that you don't have to donate, just watching is great. So I will put that up on screen. I know that some people can't resist donating, and for those people, I think it's important that they know between 40 and 65% goes to YouTube through the Super Chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which is in the description below. But yeah, just watching is great. Maybe hit the thumbs up, introduce yourself into that live chat room, and then we all get to know each other, and I get to know your usernames as well. So I'm just going to skip this advert that's trying to get involved with the live stream. Right, I can see that Paul has donated $2. Thank you for that, Paul, and the message is 424,000 subscribers. Awesome. Spike the likes. Rock. So thank you for that, Paul. And let me see if I updated this. I did. So we are, as Paul said, past 424,000 subscribers. So that's great. It is a ridiculous number, but we'll keep on pushing forward, see where we end up. But thank you guys for subscribing and interacting with the channel, leaving comments and all of that cool stuff. And you will have to hit that notification bell to get notified for the videos and the live streams. But yeah, 424,000 is a decent audience. So thank you guys for tuning in. Right, let's get rid of that. And I can see that Orlando donated $2 under that as well. Thank you for that, Orlando. The message is, hello, all. Hit that like button. Great idea. If you could hit that thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. Tammy says, purple lights, please. I don't know if you're directing that at me, but, oh, other side. Those are purple lights. So, yeah, those are in the background. So I haven't forgotten those. Even though if anybody says that, I always kind of do a double check, even though I know they're on. So there you go. Right. Anyway, we do have donations over on PayPal as well. So thank you guys for those. I will quickly jump into them. And as for what we've got coming up in the stream tonight, obviously we've got the vote for the cover video. That's between Power of Love and Parisian Walkways. So yeah, either of those covers you can vote for whichever you want to hear my version of, obviously. But it's just reminded me of something that I don't think we'll go into Troll Corner tonight, because I've intentionally been staying out of there. I mean, there's been probably quite a lot of stuff that I could be putting in there, but just trying to move on with the channel and things. I know that a lot of people are referring to a particular video that I did, and other channels are as well. And I mean, it's good. I mean, it's just, from what I've seen, just universal support for the objective analysis video that I did, and really just stating that fact. But I did get a message earlier today that I might address, not in Troll Corner. It's not really a Troll Corner thing, because I don't think it's a troll, but it is to do with that particular video that I did, probably a couple of weeks ago now. So I will address some of the questions in there, because the thing about people who don't watch my channel, they come up with questions that they think I haven't already answered. So they're saying, yeah, what about this? And what about this on your channel? And what about this? You know, and I tried to kind of explain it in a reply to this person, but I will, because it's half and half, maybe for people's, I know that people that tune in during the live stream, for people's knowledge, they've probably heard every single question there is to be asked, because I've been live streaming, a couple of times a week for many, many years. So it means that pretty much every question gets asked. So this person's just coming up with questions that I've already answered, but I will go through them as an alternative to Troll Corner. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether we'll jump in there or not. We haven't been in there for a while, so maybe we will. Anyway, moving into the PayPal window, we had a donation from Christine, who donated £20. So thank you for that, Christine. And the message is, I really appreciate your talent and integrity. So thank you for that, Christine. And there's been another donation. This is from Michael for £10. So thank you for that, Michael. And that is a straight up donation. So thank you for that. I don't know why sometimes the PayPal email shows loads of information at the top and you don't actually see what it is. It just says transaction ID 6878182, and then it has a massive address of a website underneath that, which is the paypal.com thing, link or whatever. So I don't know why it shows that. But then at the bottom, if you scroll down, it is Michael who's donated £10. So thank you for that, Michael. And Nicole has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Nicole. The message is, hello, Phil. I looked at tourist video of your town, Maidenhead, in the streets. I looked at people hoping to see you pass. Maybe going to the post office, post CD package. Alas, I didn't see you. But good week, Phil. Keep on safe, love, and rock. So thank you for that. And yeah, I mean, here, especially over the last week and this week, I think it's going to be raining all the time. So going out and walking in Maidenhead is not something that's a particularly good idea. But I know from just seeing a little bit of the news that over in the USA and especially Florida, they're having a torrid time. They have had, I think maybe like 8 days ago or something, they had, some kind of hurricane or something. And now, from what I see, there's another massive one on the way where people are actually having to get out of there. So, yeah, I would suggest, from what I've seen on TV, if you are in Florida and they're telling people, or telling wherever you are to, move to safety and get out, then that's probably the best thing to do. I also saw a picture from space of this hurricane, and it's absolutely huge. I mean, we don't get them here. Well, not really. We've had, one now and again, but it's rare for the UK to get a hurricane. But to have winds that are, like they said, over in the USA are going to be 155 miles an hour. And I can't even imagine how fast that is, because you can't even go that fast in your car. So that's crazy. Even doing like 80 miles an hour or 90 miles an hour, if you were to stick your head out the window at that speed, that's going to be quite a strong wind. So 155, absolutely dangerous. So hopefully everyone can stay safe, or at least get to safety over there. But crazy weather, and of course they're saying about global warming and everything is it's the more severe weather circumstances arise from the global warming, and because they're now more frequent, obviously we're kind of noticing them more, but they're not only more frequent, but they are stronger because the conditions to make them are just better for the warmer air. And I don't know exactly how it works, but somebody who knew what they were talking about was explaining it on the news, and it seems like they're not only becoming more frequent, but they're becoming more powerful. So not particularly good. It does seem to be getting a bit crazy. But even here in the UK, getting a ridiculous amount of rain over the last month or so, something like that. And I think we had the wettest month for 100 years or something. And this is the other thing. It seems like we're having some kind of weather live stream. But when they say about, this is the wettest month that there's ever been, since 100 years ago when they started doing the records, and people say, but if it was the wettest month 100 years ago, then why is it now seen as something that is different? Because it's already happened before. And the main difference that I can notice is that it's not a one-off. So if we were in the same circumstances, then we would have the wettest month ever this month, and then now for another 100 years, it goes back to what it would normally be. But the problem is that we have the wettest month, and then potentially the next month after that could be the wettest, or the next year you could get the wettest. So it's certainly the case that it's a lot more frequent, and we're hearing this kind of thing all the time, that it's either the wettest or the driest or the windiest since a particular time. But it's we had the hottest year since last year, and this is the problem, that it's now becoming a regular thing, not just a one-off in 100 years. It's just like a freak weather occurrence. It's now something that's happening a freak thing that's happening regularly, which means it's now a regular thing. So anyway, we will move on from that. But yeah, like I said, try to stay safe if you can, if you're in any places that are affected. But back into this. So thank you, Nicole, for that. And we've had a £10 donation from Throgar again. So thank you for that. And there's a message with this. Oh, it actually says note. Just wanted to say that one of our subs recommended your channel a couple weeks ago, and now I'm hooked. Great content and insights every time I watch. Just be honest. That's everything right there. Smiley face. Best wishes from the Throgar family. So thank you for that. And yeah, honesty is the best policy. Oh, interestingly, I don't know when I'll do a video on this. It might be soon, it might not be soon. But whenever I do an analysis video, sometimes I'll do another video on it just as an update. If anyone has come up with a potential theory as to another reason why we heard what we heard, and with a particular live performance. And that happened, was it maybe last night? Somebody came up with a theory about a recent video that I did. And I mean, it's quite good because, using objective data, it means that I could actually kind of dive into things a little bit more and now use their theory as the hypothesis to then either prove or disprove. So then I did that, and then I went through it, and it's still the conclusion of the analysis is still the same. And it's one of the recent videos. It was on Lenny Kravitz. So yeah, I might do an update video on that, because it's an interesting point of view, and it's something that, even though I did respond to the message saying, well, it's for me, it's just massively unlikely that would happen, or that it could happen, or that has happened in this case. But it's interesting to take on every point of view and either prove or disprove arguments, because that's what objective analysis is all about. Because somebody say, oh, well, I don't agree with your analysis because this could have been the reason. So then you take that reason and then you see if it is indeed that reason or not. So yeah, it'll be it was an interesting question to try and answer, but it is interesting for me to jump into an analysis again and then harvest even more data, because generally what I do is I spend maybe between 6 and 12 hours on an analysis video, putting it all together and getting the graphics to appear on screen so that it's easy for you guys to see. So it takes quite a long time. But once I've done that video, I then don't really revisit anything, because it is, conclusive. And that one I think was conclusive. But it's interesting to then address a question from somebody who might have another theory, which is good. But the conclusion still then ended up being the same. And that's what I like about the analysis video. It's just objective data. So it literally is what it is. And if you're unsure as to what it is, if you just look into it a little bit more and look at a few more performances, as I have done now, then you can now compare even more data, and it all still, potentially says the same thing. But if I do an update video on that, I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but it is interesting to jump into from that other point of view. Anyway, thank you for that donation for the Throgar family. And Sue has donated £50. Thank you for that, Sue. And the message is, for this Tuesday and next Tuesday, have a great admin week, and we'll be here when you return to live streams. So thank you for that, Sue. And this is good because it's reminded me, So I have a side project going on at the moment that everybody knows about, but I can't really say a lot about it yet. And I've been working on it for pretty much a year, almost a year. I think I started earlier on in the year. But anyway, so it means that I have to do other stuff alongside the stuff that I'm doing here and live streams, all that kind of thing. So what I'm going to be doing this week is a live stream Friday. So, I mean, time is running away with itself. So, yeah, so it's Friday that I'm going to be doing a live stream instead of Saturday because I'm going to be busy on Saturday. So, we're going to be having, I think, probably the first ever live stream Friday. So, that'll be, set up same time, 11 p.m. And then on Tuesday, I was going to be doing a live stream, but my patrons, and I always ask my patrons, I say, right, what I could do is this and what I could do is that because I'm going to be away on that day. And I've decided that I'm going to do the live stream on Friday night, but then my patrons said that I should have Tuesday night off instead of doing a live stream. And I think probably maybe for the first time, or maybe not, I'm actually going to take their advice and have a Tuesday off from the live streams. So there you go. Next Tuesday, I won't be live streaming. So that's probably the first time I wouldn't have done a live stream on a Tuesday for many, many years. But with things, as busy as they are at the moment, I do need a little bit more time to just catch up with the admin because it's been going crazy over the last few weeks. So yeah, I will be doing that. So no live stream next Tuesday. I'm still going to be making the videos, so yeah, I'll still release a video on Wednesday. Then I'm going to attempt another live stream next Friday. So that'll be, I didn't want to just totally not do a live stream for a whole week, so I will be doing one on Friday. So that'll be 2 live stream Fridays back to back. So yeah, after tonight's, next one will be Friday night, and I'll set up the event. Make sure you are subscribed. Hit that notification bell so that you get notified for the live stream on Friday night and that you don't turn up on Saturday night and then you're just sitting there in the virtual room yourself and there's nobody else around. So yeah, that's the thing to look out for and to make sure that you get notified for each of the live streams. So there we go. That's what, and I think then, yeah, pretty much after Friday, we're going to be just back in the routine. So yeah, I'll just do a Tuesday and a Saturday from then on. So there you go. That's the update. So thank you, Sue, for that donation and the donation in advance of next Tuesday. And Steve has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Steve. And the message is, how do you position your left arm and hand for the most effective playing? So thank you for that, Steve. And this is different for everybody. So it's all about your physiology. You'll have some guitarists who have got very long fingers or big hands, and they can have the guitar, quite low down, but still be able to reach around because they've got, long fingers. So they're fine. Whereas if you've got, smaller hands or shorter fingers, then you're going to want to have the guitar higher up. So generally, I would say that having the guitar higher up increases the playability, your technique, and it's going to be very similar. What I always refer to is when you're playing the guitar and you're practicing, you have the guitar on your lap. Generally you do if you're watching TV or just picking up the guitar and not putting the strap over your shoulders, but just sitting on your lap, and the guitar will be in a particular place. So then when you stand up, if you want to have exactly the same playability as when you practice, and this is something that sometimes, because I've been teaching guitar for many, many, many years, there would be some students that come in and say, well, how do I play standing up? How do I play live and have everything that I've practiced? Because when I then stand up, it feels different and I can't play the same way. And then I say, well, have you adjusted your strap to take the tension of the guitar when you're sitting down, so that it's effectively hovering on your leg and your leg isn't taking any weight? And then they'd say, well, no, I haven't done that. When I play live, the guitar's a lot lower. And I said, well, that's your problem. You can spend multiple hours a day practicing with the guitar at a particular height that's comfortable, and then you go and play live, and the strap is now, what, 5 inches lower, so now you're having to reach around the guitar, and all of that muscle memory that your hand and your arm is stored is now not relevant because you're changing the angles. So that's a good tip for people that struggle to play. And it might be the case that the guitar, you might think, oh well, it looks a little bit silly if it's too high up, or you might be into the whole image thing. Then it'll be a case of, well, decrease the height of the guitar as much as you comfortably can without affecting your playing. Because, I mean, obviously this is an artistic choice, but for me personally, if I have the guitar really low down and I think I look cool, but then I can't play it to save my life, I think I'd rather sound like I can play the guitar rather than just looking cool and, everyone thinking, well, you obviously can't play. So yeah, I'm all about playability, and that's it. Just finding that correct position for you, for your physiology, and generally having it on your lap is a good place to start. And then you can start to tweak it on how cool or otherwise you think you look or don't look. But yeah, for me, I don't really sacrifice the playing side of it for trying to look cool. It might be a little bit lower than when I have it on my lap, but you'll see in my videos that it's not, around, my hip height or around my thighs or anything like that, like Slash, who has his guitar really low, but again, he's a big guy, he's got big hands, so he can still kind of reach around the fretboard. But then when it does get into the technical passage that he might have to play something slightly faster, he pops the guitar up vertically so that he's now got access. If you imagine the guitar being really, low down, if you're now bringing the neck up into a vertical position, now you've got access to the notes that were all the way down there that you have to kind of reach around the guitar for. So it's really cool. Something that when I was talking with Steve Stevens, we spoke about that it's cool for many reasons, because everybody watching him will think, oh wow, really cool move there, because he'd put his foot up on the fold back speaker at the front of the stage, and he'd get his guitar up, he'd rest it on his right leg that's up on the speaker, and he'd then be playing, and it looks cool, but it's got that dual purpose of it looks cool and it's easier to play with stretches in that position. So yeah, he's kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. But anyway, there you go. That's what I would suggest for positioning your left arm and hand for the most effective playing. And of course, that's speaking from the point of view of somebody who's right-handed, i.e. playing rhythm and picking with that right hand. But I mean, this is the other thing about playing right-handed and left-handed. It doesn't really matter like how you start to play, because it's not really a handed thing, playing guitar. It doesn't really matter if you throw a ball with your right hand. That's not going to help you play the guitar. Loads of players might throw a ball with the right hand, but they started to play the guitar left-handed. But all that means, they're not really doing it left-handed. It's not the same as like playing a sport. It's absolutely fine motor skills that you need to perfect, and you don't have those when you first start playing the guitar. So it doesn't matter how you approach it, playing left-handed, playing right-handed, you always have to start from scratch. So yeah, you'll find that if you do learn to play one way, like right-handed for example, if you then flip the guitar over and then try and play that way, you'll realise, oh hang on, I've gone all the way back to the beginning of my learning process. And that's all it is. Everyone starts there, regardless of which way you decide to play. I think probably for convenience, it's better to start playing with the left hand, fretting the notes, and the right hand playing the rhythm and the picking, because then you don't have to look for left-handed guitars, for example. You could do the Jimi Hendrix thing and just flip it over. But anyway, thank you for that, Steve. And by the way, Jimi Hendrix, when he flipped the guitar over, he didn't play with the strings upside down, but some players have done that. He changed the strings around so that they were still in the same order as they would be on a left-handed guitar. So yeah, he didn't play upside down or in reverse, but the guitar was flipped over the other way. So just so you know, because I think a lot of people say, oh, Jimi Hendrix used to play with the guitar the other way around, which meant that the thinnest string was closest to him, but he didn't do that. He flipped the strings so that they were the standard in the standard position from, low E string being closest to you and the thinnest string being furthest away, that high E string. But anyway, thank you for that, Steve. And Orlando donated £10. Thank you for that, Orlando. In the PayPal window now, and the message is, I appreciate all fellow wingers on Facebook who offered their prayers, thoughts and condolences regarding my mum's passing. They truly meant a lot to me and my family. I am happy to make my first Wings of Pegasus live stream in a long while. This helps me face my new reality. Thank you to all. So thank you for that, Orlando. And thoughts and prayers with Orlando and all you guys over on Facebook. Thank you for lending support, but thank you, Orlando, for that donation and the message as well. So there has been another donation over in the super chat window, just another advert popping up there. And it's Pamela who has donated $10. So thank you for that, Pamela. And the message is, hello from Christchurch, New Zealand. So thank you for that. And hello to you in New Zealand. I hope everything's over in New Zealand. Not a place that I've ever been, although it is a place that I've seen a lot on TV with the Lord of the Rings. I believe that was in New Zealand. I might be making this up, but I'm pretty sure it was filmed over there for just the crazy landscapes that they had there was just amazing. So I probably know how it looks. I'm sure maybe it's not like that everywhere, but and Pam K36 says yes, it was filmed there, so I'm not imagining things. So thank you, Pamela, for that donation. And Family Site has donated 30, and then I can't see exactly what that is, but thank you for whatever that is. And it's Family Site's first donation in the super chat window, and the message is thank you, with the pair person doing a prayer and leaning forward, I think that is. So thank you for that. Right. Wow, it's almost 20 to midnight already. So we have Power of Love in the lead. At the moment, it's close, 52% of the vote, so it could be Parisian Walkways still. And we have 30 more likes to go until we hit the target for tonight's live stream likes goal, but also the Phil Jam at the end of the live stream. And I'm just wondering whether should we jump? I might jump into Troll Corner, even though I don't think what the person was saying was a Troll Corner kind of thing, but just because we haven't been in there, let's go in and get Mr. Troll up on screen. I'll see you guys in a second. Rock!
Oh, hello.
Now, I don't know whether you heard the little song there. I couldn't hear anything when that all happened. So, anyway, this is only going to be just one thing that we're going to address. And I'll tell you why. Because the message was really long. And I had to take... How many pictures did I have to take of this? I had to take 5. I had to take 5 pictures on my phone to get all of the comment on there. And... to give you an idea, I don't know whether you can see my phone. That's one of the pictures. So there are 5 of these. But so I won't have time to read all of it, but I will read through and just point out little parts. And I'm going to have to try and get back to the first one. Okay, here we go. So this is from someone regarding the vocal coach that I looked at a couple of weeks ago, I think now. Anyway, it says, hi Phil, I have a question about your video above. I can't remember which video this was. Sorry, when this is getting longer, but there are a few things I do not understand. You referenced this studio video of Ken Tamplin starting in your video at around 35 minutes and 33 seconds and state that the way the video of Ken Tamplin is set up suggests a live situation at timestamp 42:42 of your video, especially because he has the mic there. He's got the guitar around. You also mention your own cover videos, but in your own cover videos, you also hold a guitar and you have a mic there, even a dynamic mic, as for example SM58, which is a mic that's typically only used in live situations and rarely or pretty much never used for recordings. In contrast, the studio mic of Ken Tamplin. Anyway, So addressing this, yes, so in that particular video, the way that I think people see videos like that, when I'm performing a cover video, unfortunately, this person obviously doesn't watch my channel, so they haven't seen my live streams, me explaining that when I was filming my cover videos, I've only got one camera. So when you see a change of shot, that is a different take. That's a different shot. It's not all live in one take. But anyway, what I was saying in my video was that with a mic set up like this, the troll's in the way, so you can't really see. And he takes his time to leave. So this mic here, when it's set up in this kind of situation, and say that I was singing or that I had my guitar, which I'll do at the end of the live stream if we hit that goal, 8 more people required. But if I'm playing the guitar and then I'm singing, I think people might assume that this is more of a live thing. And again, this is just me making that point, that when I do a cover video, for example, I'm doing lots of different shots and everybody knows it's just me. So I've recorded all that. I can't sing with myself at the same time as me singing. It's literally a physical impossibility unless I clone myself, but then I have to wait for another over 40 years until I'm the same age, but then I'll be too old to then potentially do it. I might not even be here anymore. But anyway, moving on. Yes, so I think that this kind of setup, people sometimes think that it's live. So especially when a vocal coach is doing it, I think they might see that as a vocal demonstration, maybe. And I think the fact that people have referenced the point that I made about him not actually playing the guitar, I think a lot of people did think that it was going to be him playing the guitar. So, but I understand the point that the person is making. So, and I did say that because he said, and you've got other videos where you're in the same situation. And I think he's comparing, what I'm saying about him. He's saying, but it's got to apply to you as well. And I've said, well, everybody knows how my cover videos work, that it's not a live one take thing, because I've done it all. I've played all the instruments and done the vocals and the backing vocals. So anyway, he said, but there are 2 videos, Paris Nord and Amelia, where it's set up the same way. And I said yes, and I'm just going to click on this. Can I talk at the same time as watching this? Can you still hear me? Oh yeah, it's still coming through. So in this video, and I'll stop it just before it starts. So this is me, or that was me, in front of this microphone set up to record my vocal for Paris Nord. And I sang through it and I played the guitar, and you'll actually even see, if you watch the video, you'll see the microphone that is picking up the acoustic guitar. So that was all happening, that was all being recorded, and you can tell because either 2 or 3 times I hit the mic with my guitar, and you can hear that. So I recorded that, and then I filmed myself singing the harmony line along with what I'd just filmed, and recorded. So that's why I set it up like that, because it was me doing it, and then I recorded me in the background just doing the same thing over again. So it's like 2 live performances. Obviously I've got to do the harmonies at a different time after I've then done the lead vocal. So that's why I set it up like that. It wasn't a normal kind of cover video with lots of different shots and close-ups of the guitar and me now doing backing vocals as well as lead vocals. So anyway, and then he says, so why does the setup of Ken Tamplin suggest a live situation while yours doesn't or shouldn't? And I think because it's set up like this. And mine was live. Mine was an actual, the one that he's saying, how you've set it up with the microphone there and with the guitar, how come yours isn't live and Ken's has to be live? But then I've answered him saying mine was live, but I had to record myself twice because I'm harmonizing with myself. So anyway, and again, all of the things that this guy is saying, I've answered him honestly and said, I'm not hiding anything with my videos. So if somebody's got a question, I will answer them. And I have answered every question probably anyone can think of in the live streams. I'm not going to say I was singing, but then I was actually miming in a video. I've never mimed, apart from in a music video where it's a music video. You don't even have any leads connected to you because it's a video for the music that's recorded in the studio. And I think the general public get that for music videos, they're not live. It's something that is shot for the audio that's, recorded in the studio. So, yeah, anyway, I've never mimed for a live performance, and I would never, mime at a live performance and then say that I actually did it, because I would know that I didn't do it if that were the case. So, anyway, and this is, he then goes into, also, in your cover of Journey's Don't Stop Believing, you write, "Hi, guys, here is my cover of Don't Stop Believing. This is a tough one. I hope you enjoy the video." And it is a tough song to cover. He then says, "This is a tough..." I think pretty much any singer knows that you relate to, as everybody agrees that it is a tough song in the original key due to the high notes. You also start the video by pressing the piano keys that would let the song sound in the original key of E major, which would make the singing of the song a tough one, as you said. But in contradiction to the visual impression what we hear is actually the song in the key of C. So, but basically what he's saying, if you don't know about, the song and Steve Perry's voice, he's got a very high voice. I don't have his voice. And something, again, because they don't watch my channel, they don't know. I always say, sing in your range. And trying to sing in somebody else's range, you're going to damage your voice potentially, because that's their voice. It's not your voice. So I still absolutely stand by what I write there, that this is a tough song to sing. It doesn't matter where you put it. It's still going to... if you haven't got a range of 2 or 3 octaves, you can't put it anywhere, because you can't reach the low note, and then you can't reach the high note. So it doesn't matter where you put it. Even when you transpose it for your range, it is still a difficult song to sing. So I absolutely stand by what I said there. And that is my honest opinion of that song. That, no matter where you put it, it is really difficult. So, then, by playing the keys in that particular position. Now, what you have on keyboards, and I'm not the best keyboard player, and that's not really, I don't know, saying that, I'm definitely not the best. I was going to say in the room at this time, but I'm the only one in here. But you get my point, that I'm a guitarist. Everything else, singing I've spent a long time on. So... that's something that I feel quite confident with, having done vocal courses, all that kind of stuff. But certainly, keys and, bass is all right because I play the guitar. But keys and drums, I feel like when people ask me to do an analysis video on somebody, playing the drums or playing keys, I say, I don't feel like I have any authority to have any say on that. I don't feel confident that I can add anything that's going to help people, But anyway... going back to this, what you have on a keyboard, you do have a transpose option. And this means, I'm going to try and explain it, that you can transpose, you can change the notes that the keys are playing. So say, for example, the original song is in E, and you've learnt it in E because you might have watched a video on somebody showing how to play a particular song in the original key. And you can figure it all out and think, right, great, I can now play that song, but hang on, I can't sing it because my voice doesn't go that high. So how do I now play this in my range? You transpose it. So it means that you've learnt it in a particular key on the keyboard, but now you change... you have to do this, obviously, on a piano. This isn't going to work. But on an electric keyboard, you can change the keys so that you're playing it in the same place, but instead of an E, it now sounds a C. So, and again, this is the thing that I think somebody who's asking me this question that doesn't know my channel, I'm going to tell you exactly how it's achieved. So anyway, and the other thing is, this is such a massive comment. I think, here we go. Yeah, so he goes into this a lot, even though I've just explained exactly how it's possible. Ro says that post was from Ken, so it's not the username. But anyway, going on, he goes in. He says, but in contradiction. Oh, yeah, I've already read that bit. He says, in fact, that's a lot lower, and most singers would agree that this makes the song pretty easy and not a tough one. Absolutely not. I fundamentally disagree with that statement, that you can take that song and make it easy for people to sing. No way. Otherwise everyone would be singing it, because you wouldn't need to have a couple of octaves, a few octaves worth of range. Anyone could sing it with, hardly any range. So it doesn't make it, and this is, I think, another massive misconception, that people think that moving or transposing a song now makes it easier. You're not changing the range. You're moving that song into your voice. So if you haven't got a good voice, you're not going to be able to sing the same song that somebody else has sung who has a good voice. So yeah, I still, I honestly think, again, this is me being honest, I honestly think no matter where you put that song, it is difficult to sing. So, and that's my opinion of it. So, they then say, let me add a comparison, as you usually do, to explain the case. Isn't it like suggesting to jump over a bar that is placed on a height of 2 meters in front of the eyes of everyone, but then you secretly lower it to 150 and jump over it while still leaving the spectators in the belief you jumped over 2 meters? No, it's nothing like that. Because singing is not a competition. I don't like, if you're in a competition, for example, say the high jump, and you're competing against somebody who's, 2 meters 10 centimeters tall, and you're 1 meter 50. That is totally different. That person has their body, that's their size. The other person has their body, that's their size. So it's like saying to the tall person, okay, fit through this gap. And they say, well, no, I can't fit through that gap because I'm too big. Oh, but the small person can. Oh, but now you want the small person to jump over that, which you can jump over. Everyone's different. You can all do different things. So, and music is not a competition anyway. So it's nothing to do with like having a competition. Oh, look how high I can jump. Because if it is that, then you've got to say, well, look what I can fit through and you can't fit through that. So I win at this game and you win at that game. So yeah, it's not the same. And yeah, everyone is, especially with music, you're an artist. You've got your own voice. You need to embrace that because that makes you unique. Otherwise, everybody would be Steve Perry. Every male voice would be like that. And what about voice classifications? You could have a guy who's a tenor, and you could say, okay, and this is the whole point of having voice classifications. You can say, okay, I want you to sing this bass part. And they say, well, no, I don't sing that. I'm a tenor. They say, well, what? You can't sing the bass part. So, and then you say to the bass, oh, we want you to sing this tenor part. No, this counter tenor part. And they say, but I'm a bass. I don't sing that. That's why I'm classed as what I am. Because what I do is I sing well in my range. And that's what a tenor does. That's what a baritone does. They sing well in their range. So why, when covering a song, would you try and sing something that isn't in your range? It just defies all logic. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to skip through this because there's a whole page on talking about the fact that I'm singing a song in my range, that's like cheating. But that's what being an artist is. That's what doing your own version of a cover song is. That's what embracing your own voice is and your uniqueness that will make you different to other people. And I'm not a vocal coach. So it means I'm not saying with my cover video, here's how to sing like. I don't do any videos like that. So yeah, I'm just going to scroll through. There's a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, now talking about the Amelia video, which was actually me singing, and then I harmonized with myself afterwards. So I don't really class that as a misleading video because you're hearing my voice in both of those situations. I think what the video suggests is not what we hear, and in case, but that Amelia video absolutely is an explanation. You already gave an explanation for that in another video. You cannot expect people to watch your 2070 videos to find that explanation. So, just quickly on this point, and there's a lot more, but addressing this, he's saying that I'm going to question what you've done. And I'm going to say that doesn't represent the sound that is happening. And I can say, but no, that was me recording it and then I harmonized with myself. And in a court of law, for example, let's imagine that he said, right, I don't believe you, that isn't the sound that you're making. And I say, yes, that is the sound that I'm making. So the judge then looks to this person and says, okay, well, present your proof. And then he says, you can't expect me to look through all the proof. I haven't got time for that. So again, the argument just doesn't stack up at all. If I have stated that it is what it is, then you need to find the proof to back up your argument. You can't just say, oh, well, you can't expect me to have the time to find proof, so what I say stands. The judge is never going to agree to that, and you probably get arrested for wasting the court's time. But this is what I mean, that if you make a statement about a performance, even one that I've done, you've got to then prove that point. You can't say, oh, yeah, but I haven't got time to look into the evidence. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean, this is so long, but it's all pretty much to do with the journey thing. Don't stop believing. And, wow, okay. So he's now talking about pretending to play the guitar, as I showed that Ken did in that video. And, yeah, he's kind of agreeing here. He does say here that when I'm playing the guitar in my videos, that there's no way that it can be proven that it's me playing because it cuts to my hands. And how do people now not know that they are somebody else's hands? So, and again, I mean, all I can say is I would have to get somebody of exactly the same build with the same hands and with the same clothing and dress them up in my clothes to then play my guitar solo. Again, because they don't watch my channel, all they have to do is tune into a live stream to see me play my guitar live over a track that, Joe is sending me. So, yeah, again, it means that you don't even have to look into 2,000 videos to know that I do play the guitar, and a lot of viewers will know that I've been teaching for the best part of 20 years. So again, this is another point that, it's saying, right, I think that you might even be, faking your guitar because there's no way to prove it. And I think this person does say that, they think that, maybe it is me doing it, but they're just pointing out that there's no way that I can prove that it is me doing it, other than me actually genuinely playing the guitar live, which I do twice a week. So that is the proof that if you watch my channel if you say you're going to watch my channel on Monday, then by Tuesday night, you will have seen me play my guitar live. So you will know if I'm faking or not in my cover videos, because if I can't play, or extemporize over a backing track that I haven't heard before, if I'm doing that, then surely I must be able to play at some kind of level. And then, is it maybe too much of a jump? And I've been playing since the age of 11, so that's over 30 years. Is it much of a jump to think that I might be able to play the guitar in my cover videos? And speaking of that, I'm going to kind of do away with this because all of the questions that are, given or asked of me there, I have already answered on live streams, and I am totally honest about my cover videos, the change of angles, and those 2 videos that I did that I have the mic set up because I was genuinely doing that. But even still, I don't, make a point about saying, oh, this is live, because it technically is 2 live vocals but put together. So some people might not class that as fully live, even though I've explained clearly what I did. So anyway, yeah, I am honest on the channel, and I think anyone that watches my channel hopefully gets the gist that I'm just saying what it is. And as you guys know, even questions that are asked here on the live streams, I will answer them honestly. That's kind of how I roll, because as I've said, and I think the other thing, is that I haven't done a live performance where I had a backing track with a lead vocal on it and then said that I was singing live all the time. And I'm not a vocal coach. I haven't done anything like that. So, yeah, as for how honest I am about my performances, I absolutely am honest. But I think it's maybe just because the person was a vocal coach and was denying it, even though there's objective proof. That's always going to be the problem, is denying objective proof, because it's what happened. So, I'm not going to get dragged into all that again. But anyway, we're going to have Power of Love. And this is tonight's cover video. So, yeah, this is not a live one take. And hopefully you'll be able to tell because I had to set up the camera each time for each of the shots that you're about to look at. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this and I'll see you after. Rock!
Make a bad one good, make a wrong one right. Power of love that keeps you home at night. Don't need money, don't take fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's strong and it's sudden and it's cruel sometimes, but it might just save your life. That's the power of love. That's the power. But it might just save your life. They say that all in love is fair. Yeah, but you don't care. But you know what to do when it gets hold of you. With a little help from above, you feel the power of love. You feel the power.
And there we have it. That was my version of A Power of Love. And that's Huey Lewis and the News, by the way. And, of course, on the soundtrack of Back to the Future. Right, let's get organised because, we've had some donations that have come through. So thank you guys for these. And Orlando donated $2 and said, did you compose the tune for Troll Corner? So thank you for that. And, yes, everything you hear on my channel and the elevator music in Picture Corner, that was me playing the Mugabe behind me. No, actually, it's the acoustic version of the Mugabe, which is over there. And yeah, so I did the same silly little tune for yeah, Troll Corner. So yeah, it's all me, everything that you hear and see, including the little solo bit with the wings of Pegasus thing when it comes in. So right, thank you for that, Orlando. Elaine's donated $5. Thank you for that. And the message is consensus in chat is that your message is from KT. So thank you for that. Yep, who knows? Long Island Hillbillies donated $19.99. That's their 10th super chat donation. So thank you for that. And Mel Kystra says you never sent the troll away. Yeah, we were still in Troll Corner. Well, let's just get him to leave, even though he's not here. But anyway. With my amazing... Oh, he's only back again. Let's get rid of him. He slowly fades away. So, yeah, that was my amazing troll composition playing through there. Thank you for that, well, for letting me know, but also Sue for this $9.99 donation. And by the way, the Long Island Hillbilly donation was a straight up donation, so thank you for that. So Sue donated $9.99, says, we've seen the video evidence. Those are definitely Phil's hands. Case dismissed. So thank you for that. Yes, they are my hands. And talking of that, we've had another donation over on PayPal. Let me just grab the guitar while I address this. It is Vera who has donated £7.32. So thank you for that. And the message is, Phil, do you realise how precious you are to all of us? Can't help but love your little troll rants. You are quite a special man. Congratulations on 424,000 subscribers. You are amazing with these troll comebacks. Big hugs for you, Phil. Vera. Okay, so thank you for that, Vera. And the only problem with... Right, microphone on. The only problem with wearing a hoodie is the chances of accidentally muting strings when you don't want to. Zoom out and click on link. Oh, and mute. Oh, why didn't... Okay, usually an advert comes up, but we skipped the advert somehow. Right. Maybe YouTube's not quite working properly. Okay, so this is backing track, ambient rock in A minor, and the in A minor is in brackets, and this is from Rafam CM. So RAFAMCM. That's the name of the channel. So, or maybe that's why we didn't get an advert. Maybe it's not one of those monetized ones. I don't know how it works. But anyway, we will let this play through, and let me know if you can hear my guitar, if the levels are all right, because, yeah, I've had to change it all with my sound system. Oh, looks like the levels are good. These are my hands, by the way. seconds. Yeah, there we have it. And I mean, because I just checked the time, it meant that I knew that it was ending at some point, so I could kind of brace myself for it. So there we have it. I'm going to turn off the mic to the guitar, and I'm getting an echo on my voice. So that was it. That was backing track, and then a little dash ambient rock, and then in brackets in A minor, and it was Rafam CM. Or Rafa MCM. It might be said like that. But that's all one word. RAFAMCM. So there we have it. And thank you, Joe, for sending that my way. And there we go. Using my hands. And it just reminded me of something that was on like Instagram or maybe YouTube Shorts, where there's this woman playing the guitar, but it isn't her hands, and she wears like maybe a black shirt, and then the person playing the guitar is wearing a black shirt as well, and then it's edited so that she's like this, but then you see the hands, playing some amazing stuff, but it's done in that way. And I think a lot of people don't actually realise that's what's going on. But I thought it was quite a funny video because, of course, I could spot it straight away. But with the black shirt and the black top around the hands, maybe people weren't quite spotting it. But anyway, let's not get sidetracked. We are going to be calling things to a close. And Melody Matters has donated $2, so thank you for that. And the message is, great jam, thank you. So thank you for the kind words. So yes, I'm going to be here with another live stream on Friday night, so look out for that one. And make sure you are subscribed, hit the notification bell to get notified for that, which means we go live Friday night and then video on Sunday as always. So then we're kind of skipping over Saturday night. So yes, I will see you guys then if you can make it. That'll be very much appreciated. As for what the likes goal will be, I do not know, because it's not really an official live stream Saturday, but it'll be somewhere. Hopefully we'll have another jam on Friday night. So thank you guys, by the way, for hitting the thumbs up. I can see we had 620 likes, which is amazing. And if you guys want to get involved over on Facebook, you can join the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over there. And that's where a lot of these lovely people hang out between the live streams. And you can also upload any pictures that you might have of merchandise, even though I always forget to plug merchandise and stuff. But there's a tray underneath this video and a link in the description below for merch and that stuff. But you can do that all over on Facebook. Send in a picture and then I'll get it, or at least Laura will get it to me, and I'll get it on the live stream for you. Anyway, thank you, Orlando. Just donated $2 and said, great jam. Thank you for the kind words. Right. All that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and hopefully I will see you on Friday night, 11 p.m, because that's where I will be at British summertime. So hopefully I will see you then. Catch you later. Rock!